Hi everybody. Since the 2011 block of the month has a lot of birds, and the birds have a lot of these long high curvature feathers, I thought I'd do a little video on how I actually press these because it's a little tricky, but if you've been with me for a while you should be able to do it. So here I have my pattern. This is made with Templar, and I've traced that on the back and cut out my piece of fabric. Now I've clipped all along here these inner curves because that will just make the feather press a little bit nicer. And this is just very similar to how I've done everything before. Now on these long, almost straight portions, you can actually press a lot of it under at the same, at a time. You don't have to go very slow through these sections because there's not a lot of curvature. You won't get little bumps and points if you turn a lot of it under at the same time. So I'm just gonna quickly go through that. Make sure you press until it's dry, or else things will start unpressing on you, and that can be kind of a mess. Okay, so now there's a lot of curvature right here, so sometimes it's helpful to just hold it down with your finger. I know that's getting kind of close to the iron, but if you're really careful you can do it. And just press ever so slightly, the littlest bit at a time. And when you're going around these very curvy areas, just go slow. That's all I can say. Slow, slow, slow. And you have to really hold it on there till it's dry or it pops back up like that. And then I'm going to hold that down with my finger, and I'm going to grab another little piece with the tip of my iron and press that. And here we go, another little piece. And you see, I'm really, sometimes when it's very curvy, I can just go like 1/8 of an inch at a time. But that will keep the curves nice and smooth. You won't get little points and nubbins and things that are difficult to work with. Okay, so hopefully I won't take this out of the... And it's kind of tricky keeping your pattern piece in there. So be careful of that as well. So I'm putting a lot of starch on because even though I'm going slow, that won't dry, so I'll be able to get... And you can put your finger there. You'll get very good at getting your fingers close to hot things if you stick with this level of applique for a while. So you kind of rotate your pattern piece. Okay, sometimes why the iron is sitting on a part of the pattern, I paint ahead a little. And now you see it straightens out a little, so you can actually get a lot of that pressed at once, like this. Okay, this is pretty straight, so I'm just gonna get the rest of it all under there at the same time. So the rule of thumb is the more curvy the piece, the slower you go, the straighter. Sometimes the other side of the feather wants to unfold when you're pressing, so make sure you can get it all under there without undoing everything you've done. We'll just let it sit here and dry. And there you have it. You have a nice feather all ready for one of your birds for my tweets and you pop out your Templar shape real quick. And there you have it. Thanks. See you next time.